Well, it's day 4, everyone, and I must say I am really, really happy. The sun was out all day, so that's the weather report from Des Moines, Iowa today. Uh, I always like to get that out of the way. I am very excited. The end, but also what I believe is the beginning is near. I've been getting some feedback from people that have been watching the videos and what they've been getting from there, and I am very excited because even though some of you are shy, I see that you either identify or are applying what we've been talking about. So if you have any comments, if you have any ideas, if there's something that you don't agree with, this is an open and safe space. So let's share, let's have a conversation. So today we'll be talking about insecurities and our mindset when it comes to our health and our body image. Yay, how many are scared? I see somebody just joined us. Hello, I can't see who it was, but hi. Today I think that it's one of the most important days for me because it talks directly. Oh, Brandy. Hi, Brandy. It talks directly. We're going to talk directly about our relationship with ourselves in a very holistic, biological way. And we're going to talk about mindset, and we're going to talk about what are the roots of our behaviors when it comes to our bodies, what are the roots of our thoughts, what are the roots of our healthy habits or not so healthy habits. As you've been hearing me say, our insecurities, our lack of confidence are usually a result of an agreement we have made not only with ourselves but also with society, things that have been taught to us. And I believe that is in reality one of the biggest excuses we use as women specifically to not necessarily love ourselves, to not take care of ourselves, because we say, well, the world is bombarding us with these ideas of how we are supposed to be perfect. And I have some ideas for you. In that case, just so you know, I like to start saying I am Annie Woods, and I am a confidence and self-leadership trainer and coach for women, and this is your group. So let's get started. I want to ask you, I always start by asking, where does your body image ideas come from? Who taught you what a woman is supposed to look like? And did you believe it, or why did you believe it? In a world that's also constantly telling us that women are X or look like X, hi Rita, or that are supposed to look like blank, we have parameters. In a lot of cases, we have cultural parameters that dictate how we think we are supposed to look. Think about me. I am not necessarily a curvy lady from a tropical island. And that caused me a lot of insecurities about my body image. My mom has a big bum, has the very nice figure for Latino standards, whilst I got my dad's figure. So I am very athletic looking. I have wide shoulders and narrow hips. So imagine how that affected me as I was growing up, comparing myself to my cousins, comparing myself to TV, comparing myself to my friends. And what that does to a girl. What is the idea you have of how you are supposed to look, and who taught you that? I learned by seeing, I learned by watching, and that happens to a lot of us. We see magazines, we see TV, we are in school. What is the idea and where does it come from? This is important because you have chosen to believe this. I repeat, you have chosen to believe this. You have made this agreement. So that is why I say that using the media as an excuse to not treat your body or not cherish your body for what it is, not loving it for how it looks, is just irresponsible. We have been talking about taking responsibility from the aspect of the ability to respond to outwards and inward stimulation. What you read, the media you consume, it's your responsibility. It is time that you take the blindfolds off and stop blaming people for putting these women on magazines. Yes, it sucks. Yes, it sucks that Instagram, these are the women that have all the followers or whatever it is that you compare yourself to. But you are choosing to compare yourself. So that is a message I have about body image. There is a point where you can't let the outside affect the way you look at yourself. If you do not have a healthy relationship with your body, this is your chance. This is your chance to own it. This is your chance to embrace however it is that it looks. Because you only have one. And admitting that this is the one you have is the only thing that will allow you to move into the next step, which is health. The problem with the way that we have been raised is that sometimes we worry more about the way we look than the way we feel. We have this parameter of health that it's supposed to be freedom of illness. So people think that they're healthy just because they're not sick. And that's why some people die at 30 of a heart attack and think that they were healthy for a long time. So the first part of embracing your body is acknowledging that the way you think about yourself is a result of something you've learned, but most importantly, of something you agreed with. You have decided that this is true for yourself. Whatever it is that you think about yourself, you have decided that that is true. So what is it that you think, and how can you shift this? However, whatever your mantra is, I have one for you. If you believe in mantra, if you believe in affirmations, I have one for you to write down. And I love it because it's helped me. I went through a process of fluctuating weight, hating how I looked, not fitting in my clothes, and then abusing my body with exercise. And then I hated how I looked because I looked more and more like a 13-year-old boy every day. So going back to the mantra. If you want, write it down. I accept myself unconditionally every day. I want you to let this sink in. It sounds simple. Mantras usually are. Affirmations usually are. But this one's powerful because you are letting yourself know that no matter however it is that your body looks, however wonders it has, cellulite, stretch marks, huge or small boobs, fat or skinny ass, however that looks, you accept it unconditionally. So I'm going to repeat it. I accept myself unconditionally right now. I want you to tell this to yourself twice every day. Once when you get up and looking at yourself in a mirror, and once before you go to bed. You look at yourself in the mirror and you let the words sink in. And then you add a little smile. I accept myself unconditionally right now, and smile at yourself. Sometimes you don't need a reason to smile. You need to smile to find a reason. Sometimes it's not necessarily looking yourself in the mirror that's going to do the work, but it's telling yourself that that's going to work for you. So remember, I embrace myself unconditionally right now, twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Hi, Teresa. And just believe it. And if you don't believe it, try to convince yourself. You repeat that and give yourself one heck of a smile. You only have one body. And it really doesn't matter how it looks. It definitely matters what you do with it and how you treat yourself. And that is when I step into the health issues and the health part. Today I had 2 coaching sessions, and it was a blessing that it happened because the matter of how we treat ourselves came up in the shape of food, in the shape of working out. I had one person that is not really good at staying healthy and at having healthy habits, and then I have one which is the total opposite and usually mistreats herself. I gave them both the same assignment. I told them, tomorrow I want you to sit down with yourself, and if you want you can do this, without any distraction, and have a meal by yourself. One of them said, well, I sometimes forget to eat because I have my kids. And the other one was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because when I sit down to eat by myself, the only thing that I think about is, why am I eating? What's the point of eating? And I'm going to ask you, if you believe this, if this is a thought that might come up for you, what's the point of working? We struggle so much to be accepted that we sometimes starve ourselves, that we sometimes deprive ourselves of sleep, that we push ourselves to please everybody because, yes, rejection is in fact the biggest fear that human beings have. Not necessarily dying, Not even public speaking. If you're afraid of public speaking, it's just because you think that you're not good enough and that you're going to be rejected. So we submit ourselves through and go through so many things just to be accepted that we forget that if we want something to be accepted, we need to take care of ourselves. Health is not necessarily the absence of illness or of symptoms. Health is a state of mind. How can you feel healthier every day? I am not talking about, yay, go work out 1 hour a day. Whatever works for you. But when it comes to food, it's not supposed to be a chore. It is a nurturing act. Your mom, your parents, they nurtured you through food to the point that they sometimes forgot to do it themselves because they knew you needed it to survive. Now, why would you make this be a waste of time if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not taking care of your body? So, when it comes to food, because I am not going to go into workout routines, when it comes to health, these are your 2 pillars, food and movement. You need to make sure you cultivate these 2 for what they are, which are simply paths through to self-love. If you forget to eat, you are not loving yourself. But if you forget to move every day, you are depriving yourself and you're cutting your life short. I'm not saying again, go for a run every day. I am telling you, stretch, move, dance, clean. Make sure that you move around if you are in an office. Make sure that you schedule the time to move every day. So I want you to think of that. I want you to think, what movement am I inputting in my day? If your body hurts, what can I do about it that would still keep me feeling active? Yes, you are creating endorphins, but also you are making sure that you do not rot. And there's a process of oxidation that comes into the body, and you feel it in your joints, and you feel it every time you start working out again after a long process. So don't make yourself wait forever to start taking care of yourself. And don't buy into the media or the diet that's just a fad, or the new processes and the new chemicals that people are using. I highly recommend a book. It is called The Body Book by Cameron Diaz. Yes, Cameron Diaz wrote a book about being healthy, and it's the shit, because it's not only the scientific parts, but it's also the embrace your wonderful, wonderful body science. Your body is a tool. You can't get anywhere without it. So picture yourself wherever it is that you are, and wherever it is that you want to be, and imagine trying to get there without your body. Yes, artificial intelligence maybe at some point. We're not there yet, ladies. So embrace your body. And I want you to do, tomorrow we will be talking more and more about gratitude, but I want you to do this little mental exercise in gratitude. Imagine that you go to bed tonight and you only give thanks. Imagine that you are the type of person that gives thanks for their bodies and whatnot. Imagine that you only give thanks for the parts of your body that you like, whatever those are. A few years ago, I would have said, oh, my eyes, my mouth, maybe my hair. And then imagine that you go to bed after doing that prayer or sending that gratitude to the universe, and the universe replies with, okay, so tomorrow you will only wake up with the parts of your body that you like. What's going to be missing? How are you going to look like? What will you be able to do? When you start thinking about how ugly or unfit or whatever it is that you might think you are, whatever idea that you have bought into, think about, what would life be? What would my life be if I didn't have these parts? And I'm not talking about comparing yourself to those videos that tell you you have no excuse. But really think about your day-to-day without those parts that you would really, really like to get rid of. How would life be? So just to recap, today is short and sweet because I know it's a heavy topic and we're not going to solve it in one day. Your idea of how you look is an agreement that you have made with yourself. Yes, somebody taught you this, but you keep buying it every single day through the media you consume, through the ideas that you keep perpetuating, through the conversations you have with women, through criticizing other women because they don't look the way you think you are supposed to look, through projection. You keep perpetuating this. So what if you start telling yourself, I accept myself unconditionally right now, every day, twice a day, once in the morning, once before you go to bed. 30 days. Do this just for 30 days, and I promise you that you will start looking at your body in a different way. Tomorrow, if you have the chance, just have a meal with yourself. Experience yourself through the act of nurturing your body, through cultivating health, eating things that look and are more natural than they are processed, drinking more water, but also cultivating movement, because movement keeps us sharp. And once again, your brain is only a part of your body. Okay, ladies, thank you for everyone that watched. It was really awesome to do this. It was, again, short and sweet, but I'm really excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be going live from Dallas, Texas. I'll be doing some workshops there, so I am really excited about that. And tomorrow I have the great announcement. I think I have set my expectations way too high for this. Oh yes, the saying, Teresa, thank you. I accept myself unconditionally right now. Twice a day for 30 days. Once in the morning and once before you go to bed. It's just something that's so simple that it's easy to say. But remember that after you say it, you better be looking at yourself in the mirror. You need to smile big and beautiful just as you are. So as I was saying, tomorrow I'll be going live from Dallas, Texas. And I have an announcement for you, and I love what we're going to talk about tomorrow. It is how cultivating gratitude also enhances our confidence. So if you want to start a gratitude practice, if you have no idea what that is, we're going to definitely talk about how gratitude enhances your life and enhances how you feel and how you interact with others. So stay tuned. Thank you everyone for watching. You are amazing, my untamed women. I love you all. Have a good evening.